and welcome to the Mathleague YouTube channel. The following video was recorded by one of our staff members live at one of our contests.
Okay, hi, I'm Chinmay, and I'm an intern at Mathleague, and I'll be going over sprint number 25. So a fair coin is flipped 20 times. Given that exactly 16 of the 20 flips are heads, what is the probability that at least 8 of the last 10 flips are heads? So we know that exactly 16 of the flips are heads. So that means that there'd have to be 4 tails across the 20, right? So greater than or equal to 8 heads, which is the same thing as less than or equal to 2 tails in the last 10. So there can either be 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 tails in the last 4. So we're trying to find the probability that there's 0, 1, or 2. So a simplification that we can make is, you can notice that the probability to get 0 tails in the last 10 is the same as 4, because if there's 4 in the last 10, then that means there's 0 in the first 10, and vice versa. So we can notice that they pair up so that this probability is equal to that probability, and this is equal to that. So all we need to do is we can find the probability that there's 2 tails in the first 10 and 2 tails in the second 10. So, and then if we find that, then we know that the remaining 2 probabilities just have to make it so that the total probability is 1. So let's go ahead and do that. So the total number of possibilities would be 20 choose 4, since you'd have to choose 4 of the flips to be tails. So this is the total number of possibilities. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to calculate the number of ways that there can be 2 in the first 10 and 2 tails in the second 10. So that there'd be, you choose 2 of the 10. So that'd be 10 choose 2 times 10 choose 2. So now we have a fraction representing the probability that there's 2 tails, or in other words, 8 of the last flips are heads. When we simplify the fractions, we end up getting that it cancels out, so that we get 135 divided by 323. So that's the probability that there's exactly 2, and then the remaining probabilities would be evenly split between 0 and 1 and 3 and 4. So we know that this is the probability of getting exactly 8, and so the probability of getting more than 8 would be, the remaining probability is 1 minus this, which is equal to 188 divided by out of 323. And then out of that, half of it would be that there's more than 8, which is plus 94 out of 323. And so what we're doing here is we got the probability for exactly 8 here, and the probability for 9 or 10 here. And so when we add those two together, we get 229 over 323, and our answer would be B. Okay.
Hi everybody, this is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do: like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.